to Kurdistan?
No, the rig was in Kurdistan all the time. The rig that they started up for HKN, but they may have some overruns there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that
one rig I thought that one rig they had in Kurdistan and the other one they moved.
No, they were both in Kurdistan. They didn't move any rig into Kurdistan. They moved the rig out of Kurdistan last year or the year before.
Okay.
So, but there's a possibility that because there's so many rigs stacked in Kurdistan, you can't really charge a very high mob fee for it. So if they had to do, although BOP recertifications, you can also defer over the life of the certification under IFRS. But it may be, say, because they did mention they had startup cost overrun. The rig's been stacked for 2-3 years, so you could say maybe there's $1 million there, or maybe hard to say. I would say it could be anything between $1 million and $2 million that they have in startup cost in Kurdistan that they have incurred for this rig.
Okay, so let's say if it's $1 million or even $1.5 million, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you have $1.6 million for crew costs, assuming that you run for 45 days. If you run for 1 month only, then it's $1 million. Yeah, so 1.6 here. So it's $3 million in Russia for moving the rigs from Algeria to Russia, and $1.5 million for reactivating the one rig. So this is one rig they reactivated in Kurdistan or two?
One.
Okay. So that's okay. So this is $6 million. So the $6 million is bringing me from what? So I had 39, 22. So I got 17 million difference, right? So out of this, I got 6 million is all this like reactivations, moving rigs, etc.
Yeah.
If it was full quarter, then it could be even 9 million. That's okay, fine. So let's say that's so let's see.
No, I mean obviously okay. You mean for the then you can only add 1.5 for the cruise, because the cost from Algeria to Russia that's full. That's all of it. It's not that you can't prorate that, right? And likewise the Kurdistan cost you can't. The only thing you could say is if maybe they had full crews on board for the full quarter, so you could maybe add another 1.5.
No, I don't have full quarter. I have 45 days.
Okay, good, yeah.
Right, so I have 45 days. So
then it remains 6.
Yeah. So on
but which was the third rig that they started up? There was a third rig they said they started up. No, was it Nigeria?
Yes, you're right. Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was. Yeah, there was one in Nigeria.
Yeah. So I think you could probably do the same as you did in Kurdistan as well. You add maybe $1.5 million there as startup cost.
Okay, yeah. So that
so that would make it 7.5.
So that's 7.5. So then you have so 7.5. So that would mean that the run rate EBITDA would be around 30 million instead of 22.
Yes.
Okay, and then how to explain the other 9 million difference?
I don't know.
So that's no. I mean, one of it would be this. They have 2 rigs released, right, in Oman.
But that's not yet done. That's going to only come in Q3. The early termination fee is not yet paid. They said that.
No. But they had this the one rig that was released before by BP.
Yes, that was in Q1, right?
That was exact. So that was in Q1. And in Q1 they.
But that you had already taken that up to bring it to 39, right?
Yeah, because it wasn't drilling in Q1, right? So they only got paid termination fees in Q1. Okay, got it. So then there's the other 9 million, right? That's a lot. I mean, what would have happened there? I mean, like what would you guess?
And that's all excluding Dharma, right? We said already that's excluding Dharma. They could have had what they said they have, but that was Dharma, where they said they had a rig off contract for Cat 4 inspection, right? They said that was one of the reasons why the Dharma result is lower, right? Cat 4 and some operational MPT. It's a big number. It's a very big number. Nothing I can think of. Were there any other rigs that came off contract? I mean, obviously, on the flip side, and that explains some of that, is the rig for BP in